There's something you guys need to understand about making content. Most of you in this group are coaches, practitioners, personal trainers, right? You guys know that. And something I see too much is that you guys are posting content that assumes that the people that you're trying to sell to, your audience and your leads, care just as much about health, exercise, physiology, etc. as you do. And they just don't. Most people are busy with work, busy with their kids, busy with their family. They're focusing on other things. They're not interested in health. They should be, and that's why you guys are in business. They should be interested in these things, but they're not, and they haven't been. That's why they're in pain. That's why they're overweight. That's why they're dissatisfied with how they feel. That's why they don't have enough energy, etc. Blah, blah, blah. So what you guys need to think about is how to reach these people given the current situation they're in. How do you meet them where they're at with your content? What do they need to hear? They don't care about, a recipe for more protein, right? They don't care about myofascial sling systems. They don't care about this great ab exercise you can add into your program. They're not there yet. Okay, you have to remember that we're still in a situation where, even though it seems like the fitness industry and the wellness industry is super saturated, most of the population still don't train. Most of the population still don't have any kind of structured exercise as part of their life. Most of the population is still just your average Joe on the typical Western diet. High in grains, high in processed foods, not making exercise a conscious and structured part of their life, just doing random activities here and there for enjoyment, like sports and recreational activities, but not going to the gym every other day, or not having a structured program, not understanding their anatomy, not understanding how their joints move and how their muscles work. The vast majority of people have no idea and no interest in this stuff. You have to understand that. That's why most of you struggle to get clients. I'm telling you now. All right, here's some free advice. If you are making content that is mostly being liked and commented on by other trainers, other coaches, other practitioners, by your peers in your industry, and mostly ignored by everyone else, then your content is not effective at getting you more clients. But it's an easy shift to make. It's an easy switch to make if you know what to think about when making content. So my advice for you is, think about, what does the average person who doesn't currently prioritize their health and who isn't really interested in their health and who has been maybe neglecting their health for the last several years or even decades, what do they need to hear to get them off the couch and to start being actually conscious of change? What do they need to hear to get them to actually care about bringing these things into their life, learning about these things? How can you get them to realize that you can't just neglect your health for 10, 20, 30 years and then suddenly fix it in 2 weeks? How do you help them realize that without them feeling judged or criticized or bullied? It's not easy, right? It takes skill. So I'm making this video because I know that, from what I can see, most of you guys don't know how to make content that actually lands with getting people to want to be healthy. And something else I know is that I am quite good at it. I spent years in your situation. I spent years not knowing what the hell I should say to get these people to listen. Because my mission is still the same. I still care about making the world a healthier place. I believe if every individual was conscious and diligent about taking care of themselves, following a structured exercise routine, not treating their stomach like a garbage can, learning how to breathe properly, learning how to think properly, having discipline, going through life with patience and resilience, then if everyone made an effort to live that way, we'd have a better world, right? It's a no-brainer. We would. So the first step in doing that, I believe all of you guys are doing a very noble thing, and you're in a noble field, trying to help people improve their health, get out of pain, have more energy, live a better life. That's fantastic. And I want you guys to have more clients. And like I said, there's enough people out there who aren't currently doing anything about their health for all of you to have enough clients, for all of you to have a successful business. The people are there and the problem is there. But the problem that you guys have is that you don't know how to communicate properly. And that's the core pillar of what I teach my clients. Those of you who work with me, you know this. Most of what we deal with in our calls, most of what we deal with in the homework I give you is all about how to talk to people, how to relate to people, how to create content that captivates people and relates to people. Sales, which is just more communication, how to be a better coach, how to get people to change, how to get people to think differently about their life and about their problems, how to get people to have a better attitude. It's all connected, don't you see? All this shit is connected. That's why I ended up doing business coaching for you guys when my background is actually in health. Because it's all the same. It's all the same concepts. It's just at the end of the day, you can be the smartest person in the world. You can know everything about anatomy, physiology, nutrition, the rest of it, exercise science, whatever. Nobody gives a shit if you don't know how to relate to them in the first place. This is a wake-up call. If you've been focusing on just upskilling and learning more about your craft, well, you're missing a whole half of the equation. You're missing that entire human element of the equation. You are running a business that's based around people. If you don't know how to deal with people, it's a skill. And if you don't have that skill and you're continuing to bash your head against the wall, trying to get people to listen to you, trying to help people change, then you're just going to get more and more frustrated. Yeah, you'll get clients here and there because you'll get some people who come to you through advertising or some people who come to you through chance, and you do a good job with those people. Sometimes it's someone who's already kind of health conscious and they just want a bit of extra help, and then they might refer you some more people. Some of you have businesses that are just held up by referrals and walk-ins. But guys, you can't rely on that for the long term. You have to have systems in place. You have to have skills in place that allow you to go and get clients, because there's so many people out there who desperately need your help, and they're not getting the help right now because they don't understand what they're missing. They're not thinking properly about their health. They're not thinking properly about their life. It's through your content and through the conversations you have with people that you have the opportunity to get them to change these things, and to get them to take the first step from just focusing on work, just focusing on family and ignoring their health, to realizing that health is actually the boat that family, career, social life, everything else floats upon. And if that boat sinks, everything's fucked. So it's up to you to help them see that, because they're not seeing it. They're not seeing it. You see it. It's hard for you to understand how these people are living because you are already interested in health. You already know what it's like to be healthy and to have energy and to take care of yourself. You understand this stuff already, so it's hard for you to see how these people maybe don't. And again, I'll remind you, this is most people. Most people in our society are unhealthy, right? Have a lack of muscle mass, right? Have a high body fat percentage, have low energy, they eat whatever they want, they live like 9-year-olds. They don't care, but they should care. So it's your job to help them see why they should care. and to help them see, more importantly, where are the gaps? Why have they gone through life in this way? What's the problem with that? How can they flip that around? And guess what? Your business, your service is going to fill that gap. You're going to teach them what they've been missing this whole time. And you're going to do it in a way that they can fit it into their life instead of having to make their whole life about this thing. That's the other thing you guys need to understand. If you're a coach or a personal trainer and you're super into health and you're super into fitness, great, that's awesome. That's your passion. That's not the passion of most people. Most people need to be using health and fitness as a vehicle or as a foundation or as just something to include in their life to make those other areas of their life that they do care about more functional and better. Don't expect everyone to be obsessed with health and fitness like you are. They're just not. But just because they're not obsessed with it doesn't mean they shouldn't do it. They need to be made. People need to train. People need to eat properly. People need to learn about how sleep works. People need to learn about how stress works. You shouldn't go through life having no understanding of this stuff. And you guys know that. And I know you're frustrated about it because you post about it and no one listens. So I'm telling you today what you've been missing. Start making content that meets people where they're at now, not assuming that they're going to care as much as you do about the stuff you teach. That's it from me today. If you like the video, leave a comment. Let me know if this is something that's been frustrating you. Let me know if you're picking up what I'm putting down here. And if you have friends or colleagues who are also coaches, also practitioners, I know a lot of you are in the FP community. If you know more people who would benefit from this kind of content, here's a hint, they would benefit. Invite them. I want to see more of you guys in here. I want to get to know more of you guys. And I want to keep helping in this way. So I've been a bit quiet for a couple of weeks. A couple of weeks ago, I got this flu from my daughter. It was pretty bad. So that kind of took my voice away, and I was coughing, so I didn't make many of these. And then last week I was on vacation, so that was great. But anyway, guys, that's it from me today. Hope you enjoyed it, and please just try to absorb what I'm telling you here. I'm literally giving you the keys to the kingdom. Give it a try. And if you don't know how to make this kind of content, if you don't know what you should say, reach out to me and ask. Right? Talk to me. Don't be shy. Okay? So, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again next time. Bye for now.